Hey, fourth grade. Sorry I couldn't be here today, but don't worry, I have a plan. Today, we're going to create a painting without using paint. How do we do that? I'll show you. First, we're going to start by drawing a cactus. You get to pick how many different types of cactuses or cacti you add to your composition. Go for a variety. I want some short ones, we want some tall ones, we want some different shaped ones. We're going to add pattern and shape and detail to our pot, and then obviously add some color later. I'm going to start by using a 9 by 12 sheet of paper and a Sharpie. I would like you guys to start with a pencil in case you make any mistakes. That way you can erase them or change them. I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to go right in with my Sharpie though. Don't do what I do. Just do with pencil. Step 1. Write your name on the back. Do it in pencil, please. If you do it in Sharpie, it might bleed through your paper and then it'll show up on the front side. Not cool. Step 2. Draw a pot on the bottom half of your paper. I'm going to go in imagining a halfway line down my paper, and I'm going to draw a pot. You can make it any shape you want. It could be curvy, it could be short, it could be straight. It's up to you. I'm going to go and create a curve on this side and a curve on this side, kind of like a parentheses. Ooh, that's not very symmetrical, but you know what? It's okay. I'm not going to be too upset about it. I can always thicken my lines if I don't like how they're turning out, or add another detail to it. Not perfect, but guess what? We're just gonna roll with it. All right, now we need to add a table. We can't just have a floating pot. That would be kind of creepy. So add a line that kind of disappears behind the pot and reappears on the other side. Here we go. Starting over here, disappear, skip over, continue. Boom, now we have a table. Next, we're going to start adding some plants, some cacti. I'm going to draw one over on the left side, kind of like this one. I kind of like that shape. So let's start by drawing a large shape that goes from the top of my pot back down to the top. We're going to add those little cactus lines. So starting at the top here, I'm going to go curving down to the bottom and kind of curving opposite down to the bottom. Don't forget spikes. Cactuses are prickly. We have to show how prickly they are. Prickly, prickly, prickly. Even have some pricklies prickling off of the cactus. And you can be super random with how you do it or very strategic. It is up to you. I am doing a quick sketch of my cactus today. The first one I just showed you, I took my time on. This one I'm going a little bit faster. So, next, I'm going to choose a different shaped cactus. Let's see all the examples they've given me. Ooh, look at this guy. He's got like little small cactuses growing off of the cactus. Let's do him. So I'm going to create another sort of a ovally shape and then come back down to my pot. And then this guy has like little arms that stick off, like a little guy there and a little guy there. Let's also give him some curvy lines and spikes. Spike, spike, spike. Let's make these kind of random. I'm just going to add spikes all over. Some of them poke off of the cactus through the line. Some of them are within. They kind of look like sprinkles. That's weird. Let's add another cactus. Let's add something that's a little shorter. I have a lot of tall things happening here, so I might add something shorter in the middle here. Now, since I did this in Sharpie, I can't adjust or erase part of a cactus to make another cactus look like it's in front of it. So I just have to kind of go with what I have in front of me. So I'm going to make a little cactus, maybe down here. Maybe he'll be like a stacked cactus. A stacktus. So I'm going to draw one little short cactus here, draw some curvy lines, and another little one on top with some curvy lines. And don't forget spikes. Now, I don't have a ton of variety on this example I'm showing you right now. The first one where I showed you, I showed some different shaped sort of cactus plants, but this is still just as cool. Let's give a couple of these cactuses some blossoms on top. Or should I say cacti? All right, let's take a look at this pot. This pot's looking pretty bland. Let's give it some pattern, maybe some detail. I want to kind of make it look like it's curved, like it's a cylinder or a three-dimensional form. So I'm going to create some curving lines that come down and back around. Maybe another one down here. And maybe one more. And inside these curving lines, I'm going to add details like shape. Perhaps I do a zigzag, which oddly enough is just creating triangles that I might be able to color in later. Maybe I do some vertical stripes. And let's choose something different. We haven't done circles yet. We can add a circle pattern. And maybe one more thing. What do we do? What do we do? Dashes? Sure, let's do dashes. Dashes along the bottom. Okay, so I think I'm ready for color. I'm gonna put my Sharpie away. Always put your caps on your Sharpies because we like Sharpies that are not dried out. Then you're gonna go ahead and get yourself some markers, a Crayola marker. This marker is going to act as paint in just a minute. I'm going to take my marker and pretty much just outline where I put my Sharpie lines. I'm just going to make a little green secondary outline, so to say. I'm going to switch up my shades of green for each cactus. So maybe I go in with that iguana green. I love a good iguana green. I'm not even filling in the cacti. I'm just outlining with a thick line. So in order to do that, I have to use the angle side of my marker. I can't use it straight up, otherwise it's gonna be a skinny line, and I don't want that. I want a nice thick line of marker because it's going to create a really nice color if I give it a nice thick line. If it's a thin line, it's not gonna do a whole lot for me, but you'll see in just a second. So after I have gone over all of my cactus outlines, taking my time, obviously. I also need to add color to my pot, but I'm not going to do that right just yet. I want to show you how this marker is going to turn into paint. Enter water. Just water. Water and a paintbrush, nothing fancy. Just get a wet paintbrush, and you're going to take your paintbrush and go along that marker. And look at that. The marker is turning into paint. Hold up, Mrs. Smith. What's happening here? What is happening? Did we just create watercolor without watercolor? Yes, we did. I am just gently rehydrating the marker that's on the paper, and it's giving us a really nice sort of a watercolor. Ooh, this is kind of a blue cactus. Quite unique, but still cool. Okay, once you have your cactus done, maybe I needed to go back in and add, a little pop of pink or red for the blossoms. Clearly I need to color in my pot, in the table, add some designs into the background. Maybe I do a pattern, maybe I do a whole solid color. It is up to you, but we are only using marker today. Marker, and if you finish your markering and you're ready for the water, guess what? The water in the buckets are already ready at the back of the room. You guys know how to clean up after yourselves. You've done it many, many, many times. So when you're done, you're going to put these on the drying rack. You're going to put your water buckets back at the sink. And you're going to make sure these markers are all capped and put nicely back away in the cabinet. I hope you guys have fun with this marker painting technique, and I can't wait to see how they turn out when I return. Bye. Have fun.